Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 28th of August 2023. You're listening to The Big Show. Hoyty J. Minogue and Keyzie, you mad bastard, to get you through your Monday. And Mogie, as always, mate, looking spectacular. Even more spectacular than you looked last week.
Appreciate that, you backbone, you sick son of a bee, eh? You
I'm just
goose.
telling it how it is, man. That's all.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just...
You're a straight shooter. You always have been, Hoyty J.
Exactly. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at across the desk
Yeah,
here.
man. Cheers,
Beautiful.
man. Now, bloody beautiful weekend, wasn't it? Bit of sun in there,
Was
a little
there?
bit of good times. Yeah, great times with the family. Had a ripper, actually, but good to be back.
Yeah, great stuff,
Yeah,
mate. Keyzie, you mad bastard. We were talking about, in the podcast outro today, our bonus podcast. You were looking a little flat, a little hooded-eyed, and... how are you now? You recovered?
No, I'm feeling good. First of all, you guys have hooded eyes.
Well,
My eyes are great.
Oh, okay.
And your eyes are currently covered by some cool rose-tinted spectacles, which
Yeah.
you're trying to construct a whole thing around.
It's my new look in the
That is your
radio
new
here,
look.
Keezy.
It looks great, actually.
Yeah, thanks,
But I'm
mate.
feeling better now. It's because I had a big lunch. That's now worn off, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, great. Hey, listen, I tell you what, fellas, we've got a massive, massive show coming up, so make sure you stay tuned, including, of course, the Big Show Big Poll. Hey, and what are the Warriors up to with Keyzie? But let's get back to the countdown, number 311, Saki Bomb!
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, he's indeed coming in at a rousing 310 there, Florence and the Machine. And right now it's time for... The Big Poll. Yes, indeed. This is a slightly controversial one, really. And it's something we need to discuss in depth. Uploading shirtless pics of yourself, yes or no?
Now, can I speak on this one?
Yeah, go on.
Fill your boots, Keyzie.
You're a good person to speak about it because you hate taking your clothes off. You're a never nude.
I'm a never nude, right?
Yeah.
And this is
Which
my
is
point.
a shame, because you've got a lovely body.
Exactly,
except for your
Jase.
nipples.
Yeah,
Well, except for
your
my nipples. Hang on, fellas, hang on.
Your UFO saucer nipples are a bit weird, but
I don't
you know.
have saucer nipples. I've got weirdly small nipples,
Oh,
all right?
that's right. You've got the little raisins.
Yeah. You've got the meat patty nipples, Jase, all right?
Meat patty.
So I have a mate, and I'm not going to say who his name is because he's a close
You want
friend of
me to
mine.
say his
no,
name? Oh.
And he doesn't listen to the station, fortunately. And he's got himself in great nick,
Yeah.
right? Great nick, and then everyone's like, "Good on you, mate." His last 7 Instagram photos have been him topless.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so everyone's real stoked. But now I'm basically following a male thirst trap page on Instagram,
Sure.
seeing shots of his abs and stuff every now and then. I just think, if you're in good nick, that's great. But be like me. I'm cut, I'm shredded, but you don't know that because I keep my clothes on. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
I'm found at the beach or something, sweet ass.
Yeah.
I'm in sort of two minds about it, because like you, Keyzie, I think if you put the effort in and you're feeling proud about who you are and how you're looking, fill your boots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go on, show it off, flaunt it. Like if I was cut like Mogie, mate, I'd be coming into, not only would I be uploading pics of myself, I'd be coming into work shirtless.
I wish you
what
would.
I'm
I wish
thinking.
you would. I wish you would.
What I'm finding, what I don't like, is when people pretend to post photos of themselves, but they're trying to say, "Oh, having a great time here, and look at the view." But there's not a view. It's just
Yeah.
a pic of them and their abs and their pecs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or side boob.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a weird one because it's almost like if people are in good shape, they need to cover up. But if you're in bad shape, then it's all good. You can have the photos. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like, oh, look at this guy's up himself. He's got a photo of himself with his shirt off. But in other times, people are out of shape. It's like that's sort of seen as being like,
What?
that's okay.
But any out of shape person, and Jase, I'm sure you could speak
And
to
I
this.
don't mean out of shape, but just not ripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
So it's sort of,
they
it's
don't.
like if you're in good shape, you need to sort of hide it a bit because otherwise people are going to call you.
I think it's
Fully yourself.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of having like a Ferrari in New Zealand, right? You drive a Ferrari, half the people go, "Oh, that guy's a dick." The other half will go, "Oh, that's a cool car."
Yeah.
But a lot of people won't like it. But out of shape people, don't post constant shirtless pics.
No, and I think that's right. I think if it's constant,
it's constant.
Then that's
That's something else.
But also, at the same time, and this is not something that I'm into, and I think I certainly feel like you guys. You've shown me your mate, and it's pretty full on.
Yeah.
But if he wants to do that, he can fill his boots. I don't have to follow him. What do I care?
No, but I do, though, because he's one of my best friends.
As long as you own it. You know what I mean? You don't pretend to be doing something else. You go, hey, I'm looking great. What do you reckon? Like I was trying to take a photo for you fellas of me in the gym today. I'm not in the gym, in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But the pubes kept coming up. You
Well,
know,
the problem with that photo, because you sent me a couple, but you were on the, you were taking a steamer.
I know.
I don't want to see that.
Well, I was trying to
that's
hide
not
my
the kind of
pube.
form I'm interested in, brother.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's a whole different big poll, Jase.
Actually, what I might do tomorrow is I'll take a pic. I'll put it on the Insta so you can have a little look
Sorry,
at it and make
of
your
you
own
doing
choice.
a steamer?
No, of me, just how good I'm looking at the moment.
Okay, yeah,
you know
good.
what I mean? Hey, let's get back to the countdown. Number 309, the Killers. In the meantime, text us 3483 if you've got a view on this, or call us 0800 Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Coming in at 309 there in the 90s till now, countdown the Killers, fellas. I actually had that one at 4:42.
I didn't even have it in the countdown.
Oh, right, okay.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not
Interesting.
running my own countdown. I'm just doing this one.
Hey, the big poll today, uploading shirtless pics of yourself, yes or no.
Yeah.
The general consensus I got from the fellas here in the studio, no. But if you're feeling good about yourself, why not fill your boots?
Give or take, it just depends. If you're overdoing it, I don't know. I don't know that you'd it's weird to me that you would deliberately be topless,
So,
shirt without a shirt, to
Yes.
get a photo of yourself and bang it up.
Yes.
That seems weird to me.
Yes.
so
Unless it's an ad you've done or something, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Well, like when I did the erectile dysfunction, when I was
Yes,
the face
yes.
off, you know what I mean? They took some pics of me, that because it was relevant too.
Yes.
And so, people would go, oh my God, dick pic. But no, it was actually relevant to what I was advertising. Here I am now. Here's what I want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Before and after.
Before and after I did this.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was relevant. But the inadvertent sort of, this is me with my pecs and abs out, not the same thing.
No.
well, this mate of mine who's sort of brought this whole discussion
Do you
about...
want me to say his name?
No. Well, he doesn't listen to the station, but he's one of my best friends. I don't want to mention his name. But we recently had a dress-up party. The theme was literally anything to do with the sea, right? He dressed up as a lifeguard. Just had some red shorts
That's legit,
on.
though.
Yeah,
He just had
that's-
some red shorts on,
That's
and
a
that's
great
it.
idea. That's what I'd go with
But
too, probably.
where were you?
We were at a mate's flat.
Oh,
Yeah. So it literally, and it's like everyone else has got these funny,
but
stupid
that's
costumes
the sea. Like, he's allowed to do that.
on. No, I know.
I bet it's combined with other things. It sounds... Keyzie, you sound like you're really going this guy. It
Yeah.
sounds like you've got
yeah,
an issue
it's
with him.
like-
I do have an issue with him. I'm talking about him on the radio.
This guy's done nothing wrong, man.
Totally.
It feels like it's a bit... Keyzie, if you want to be ripped, just go to the gym, brother.
I am ripped, man, but I keep my shirt on. Like,
Can I-
I'm shredded.
Can I just put it this way, and I think you make a good point, Mogi.
Yeah.
Is there a little bit of jealousy there from
It sounds like the little green monster.
Yeah, was Keysie's lovely wife taking a more than a second
Having a
glass?
geese.
Having a geese.
You know what
having
it
a bit of a
sounds like?
gawkalitis.
Gawkalitis. Yeah.
With the ladies there at this fancy dress party going, hello, Cerebom.
And all the fellas were getting a little bit grumpy.
Yeah, a little bit, oh yeah, whatever, dude.
Well, there was also the matter of the guy being a massive knob for the whole party as well. So
Sure.
that was a whole different thing.
Well, he's
Oh,
your
right.
best mate. Is this how you
He's
talk
one of
about?
my
Is this
mates,
how
yeah.
you talk about
Big
your
time.
best mate?
Do you not
He's
call
a
your mates
massive knob.
knobs?
No, certainly not on a radio show.
You were saying off air that your best mate's a huge knob.
Off air.
Jeez. You have your opinion on 3483 or give us a call on 0800. Let's
Or-
get back. Yes.
Jace, vote on the Hodaki Big Show Instagram poll, which is up right now. Give it a search,
totally.
and we'll update that later.
Hey, Pugs, just on that, mate, did you upload a photo of shirtless Hoity J? Yeah, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. I'm proud of that pic.
Yeah?
Great.
Is that actually a photo of you? Or?
Yeah, totally, man,
wow.
totally. I'll have a look at it soon. In the meantime, he's a Naked and Famous.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Yeah, boy. Number 307 on the 90s till now countdown. A bit of rage, Mogi.
Yeah, I had that
Especially
at
for
number
you,
one.
mate. Oh, you had it at number one? Oh, that doesn't surprise me somehow. Actually, you haven't played a rage song on the Throbber for a while. You've gone off the rage.
Sort of out. We're all out of the
good.
known throbbers. I've done about 25 of them.
Yeah. There was a real rage run. Hey, fellas, now you know I've been getting back into the old fishing again.
Yeah. Well, You're out there with your rod. You haven't caught anything.
I've caught one kahawai so far. Hey, in my defence, it's not really the season right now, Mogi.
For fishing, really?
When it gets warmer is when the fish tend to come into shore a bit more, because I surf cast, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And Keyzie said to me, Jase, you've got to go and check out Herald Island, which for people unfamiliar with Herald Island is kind of northwest Auckland, really is how I describe it. And it's a very bizarre little place, which I'd heard about, which is basically a road that goes straight out into the sea with a little settlement at the end of it. And so I thought, okay.
It's a cool little spot.
I'll go and check it out.
So it's the bridge on poles that go into the ocean?
No, it's literally like one straight road that goes out into the ocean.
It's like they made it out of rocks.
It's not even raised
pile
up.
Of bricks. So it's made out of a pile of bricks, massive pile of bricks.
Pile of bricks with tar seal on the top of it.
Yeah.
And Keyzie even said to me, Jase, you'll love it. It's kind of old school sort of...
It's like how Coromandel used to be. Vibes.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite cool.
I said to my wife, now look, Keizie's recommended Herald Island. Not going to say it.
What?
My wife.
Too late.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And
my wife?
And I said, well, do you want to come and check out Herald Island? She went, yeah. Now, to be fair to Herald Island, it was a manky old day on Saturday, Mogi. She was overcast, she was moody, she was gloomy. I need
you to be fair to Herald Island.
It wasn't great weather, so I wasn't seeing Herald Island in its best light.
And all its glory.
So we drove up over this little road. And I was like...
Was that the one you mentioned before?
Yeah, the one of going out to sea there. And we got into and it's this weird little township. The best way I can describe it is we drove around there, moody overhead conditions.
Was it cloudy?
It was cloudy, yeah. Is that, it's kind of the place where, like mass murderers would go to hide.
Wow.
You wouldn't want to hide somewhere like that because there's not many people there.
No, eccentrics.
I'd go there to murder people.
It would be the sort of people that would want to live off-grid. Because there were some really weird properties around, and we were like, God, this place is a bit weird. And this is all true, by the way. And so we tried to find the pontoon where you could fish off, which I'd seen. And we drove around, and it was like, okay. And then somehow we ended up back at the other end of town and driving out of town again. And we were like,
it does a loop.
It does a little loop around, and we went, God, what the?
They might have messed with your mind, though.
So it messed with my mind, mate.
Yeah, they got in your mind, and next thing they want you to leave town.
So then I turned round, and we came back, and eventually I found the pontoon, right?
What's a pontoon?
Well, it's like a little wharf, but with boats attached to it. Sort of a floating wharf, I guess you could call it, which was very run down and stuff. And so we parked the car. And as we parked the car, we noticed there was another car parked in the car park.
In a car park?
And it was a really run-down, beat-up old car. And there was a dude. It was just a freaky-looking dude.
Was it his car?
It was his car. He was sitting in the car. And as we walked past, he just gave us the eye, man.
He was the stink eye or the evil eye?
No, the evil eye. And seriously, he was just staring at us. And my wife went, he's a bit creepy. And I was like, yeah. So we get down to the pontoon, Mogi. And it's literally covered in guts and blood and scales,
human scales,
and just stuff everywhere. It was like someone had butchered a whale and then just left and not cleaned up after themselves.
They don't have scales, though.
And I said, true, they don't. But I said to my wife, I'm not getting good vibes here, darling. And she said, no, neither. And I said, I think we might flag this. Just as we were saying that, this dude comes around the sort of corner on the water, and the tiniest little outboard dinghy you've ever seen, and that was all beaten up and stuff as well. And he had all this crap in his dinghy with like old rusted corrugated iron,
dead bodies,
and bits of what it could have been a dead body underneath.
We don't know, Keyzie. That's the thing.
And he's putting past me, and I'm like, he's close enough to communicate. And he's giving us the evil eye as well. And I went, "G'day, mate." No response. He just stared at us, right? And I'm like, oh my God. All right, darling, we're out of here. We're walking back up to the car. The dude that was sitting in the car starts his car up without a word of a lie and just starts revving his engine. Vroom, vroom. He doesn't drive. He just revs his engine. And we're like, it was the sort of scenario we were expecting the village to turn up with pitchforks and sacrifice us on the bloody pontoon there. And we got our asses out of there quick smart. I will tell you this. Hoity J Fishing Review, a firm and profound 0 out of 5 for Herald Island.
Nice spot though, right?
Oh, it had potential.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, guess what? Up next, what are the Warriors up to?
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, man.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Mutton Birds here on the radio. Hodaki Big Show coming in at number 306 on the 90s till now countdown. We've got David on the line. David, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, good, and yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, David. What's up? What do you want to chat about?
Yeah, I just listening to your conversation regarding Herald Island. I'm one of the poor residents that are out there.
Oh, my God, you live on Herald Island?
Well, just adjacent to the live on one of the boats out there, yes.
Right, okay. Yeah.
When you heard Jase describing these freaks that live out there, as Jase described them as freaks. Now, it seems to me there's probably a pretty mundane explanation for two of the things that are going on there. One is somebody was looking at them funny, probably because Jase was wearing his weird hoodie, and then a guy on a boat also looked at them weird and didn't talk to them, possibly deaf, or was again worried about Jase's weird hoodie. What are your thoughts there?
Oh, well, I'm probably know both the characters that he's referring to, so they were sort of just looking at his weird look.
Yeah.
Well, because you were saying off air before we talked to you that one of the guys' names was Rev Your Car Reg.
Was it by any chance a little silver car?
It was a little silver car.
Was the gentleman inside bald?
Yes, he was bald. Oh, my God.
So, Dave,
Was that you, Dave?
is this just a regular
It
chat?
wasn't me, but that's my neighbour.
Oh, so good.
So, Dave, did he want to murder Jase like Jase was saying, or is it just what he does?
Oh, that's just what he does.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't have a yarn.
Hey, David, how long have you lived there for, mate?
I'll be going on 3 years now in October.
Are they pretty welcoming of strangers over there?
Yeah, not too bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Bloody good.
I'll tell you what, David, I'll give it another nudge, all right? Maybe you can meet me down at the jetty there and we can have a bit of a fish together or something.
Well, if you were about 3 hours earlier than you were, you would have caught me with the boat up against the wharf and I could have taken you out.
Oh, you'd be that bastard that left all the fish guts all over the wharf.
Those were the three fellas that were fishing the night before.
See,
right.
he knows everything.
My
This dude
God.
knows everything. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, David, for the call, man. Good on you. Have a great afternoon. Well, there you go,
How about
fellas.
that? Jeez.
I thought he was really going to go me, but he seemed to be on the same, level as
Jase,
me.
this just once again falls into that category of weird stuff only happens to you. But
Yes.
also, I think you are overreacting. The guy in the boat couldn't hear you because the outboard was on.
No, Keyzie, seriously, it was like put, 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 put. It wasn't it was put, 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 put.
Right.
It wasn't a loud motor.
Right.
And can I just point out, this time my wife was with me. Often this stuff happens to me when it's just me. So I've got evidence here.
Right,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
All right, I
Crazy
believe you
times.
then, man.
Hey, coming up next,
What's that?
what are the Warriors up to with
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, White Stripes there coming in number 305. That'll continue after 5 till we get to the 300 boys.
Yeah.
But right now it's time for...
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? I'll tell you what the Warriors are up to, getting a big old W in their final home game of the season. They took on the Dragons Friday night. Going to be honest, not an amazing performance. First 20, fellas, was good. Repeat sets, getting through our work, led to 2 great tries, good structure. Adam Whenua-Blake then scored under the post, didn't really ground it, and from that point on, it was a massive shambles.
Yeah.
They didn't have any reserve props on the bench, so Adam Whenua-Blake played 70, Tuhu played 80, Bunty looked a wee bit unfit. What I think's happening is they've got the top 4 in the bag, and they're finding it hard to get sort of fired up until the final
I
starts.
was thinking too, Mogi, that there was sort of shades of the Manly match where it looked like we were going to blow away and just take the match by the scruff, and then kind of fell away
They
again.
came out in the second half and they had nothing really, didn't they? And
Yes.
I think what it is the reason why they've been playing so well is because they've had zero expectations on them all year. Nobody's expected them to do well. Everyone thought they wouldn't even finish in the top 8. So they've been able to come out and play with a certain freedom, and they've all looked like they've been enjoying playing. Johnson's been smiling his head off, everyone's having a ball, but now there is a weight of expectation on this team now that they're moving into the top 4, and I think under that weight of expectation they're starting to buckle. They don't have the experience at this end of the season getting into this high on the ladder. I haven't seen Johnson smile for a month. He does not look like he is enjoying it as much as he was, and so whether they need a rest, and it's probably best they probably need to rest 4 players this
There's
week.
4 main dudes that they need to rest, like Tohu, who's now got a back injury, and they're saying he could be out for the first week of the finals. They should rest Chancellor, Klukstad. They should rest Wade again, Shawnee. Although, as you mentioned, Mike, we need him to get a good sort of relationship going with combination with Tamaiti Martin, who's returning. So I don't know.
Adam Fanua-Blake, who's just been playing so many minutes. So yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm happy they've got where they are. I don't care if they get knocked out in the finals. I just want them to play as well as they have been or can.
I'll have a word with Webby.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just say, listen, mate, give the fellas a rest.
You reckon?
You know, you are where you are. Give these players, freshen them up a bit and get them back for the important matches, all right?
Yeah, true that.
Good stuff.
Although ADF said he hates being rested because he feels slower when he comes back the following week. Adam Fanua-Blake, sorry, yeah.
Hey, listen, coming up after 5 o'clock, by the way, a bit of an update on Mogi's sunglasses.
Oh, cool.
We'll be tuning into that. Plus, sports wrap of the weekend, a lot of sporting action. We'll be getting into that after 5.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your Monday's going along tickety-boo. Text us on 3483 and let us know how you're getting on. You're mouthing my words again.
No, are you
Keyzie.
about to do a burp or hiccup or something?
No, why?
You look like you were suppressing indigestion or something.
No, not at all. I'm feeling tickety-boo, mate.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, if you missed the Big Show Big Poll, the big poll today was uploading shirtless pics of yourself, yes or no?
Yeah.
My vibe on that is, and I haven't looked at it, I've looked at the photo. That is actually a photo of me, by the way, on the Instagram account. Just so you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people will think that, Pug's photoshopped that bastard.
But that is your real nose.
That is my real nose and my real chest. So check that out and have a vote. My feeling is it's going to be high in the percentages. No, you shouldn't be doing that sort of action.
Right, well, we'll be doing a roundup of that just after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, beautiful. But coming up next, Mogi's sunglasses saga continues. And he gets advice from the little one in his family.
He does.
Good stuff.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Audio Slave there, coming in at number 304 in the 90s till now countdown. Good times, fellas, good times.
That's a tune right there.
Yeah, it is a tune.
So I had a bit of a development. As frequent listeners of the Big Show will remember, I had a drama last week where I left my sunglasses at a sports goods shop that will remain nameless.
Oh, yeah.
As I drove away, I realised that I'd left my sunglasses behind in the changing room. I rang them up. They found them while I was on the phone. Great. Put them behind the counter. I'll come in and pick them up. Great. Went back there and they've disappeared. Somebody's stolen them. And so it was bloody sunny yesterday.
It was. Yeah, beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Sparkling, mate.
And my wife put on her sunglasses there. And my 4-year-old daughter there, she put on her sunglasses.
Oh, does she have sunnies?
They look pretty cool, man.
Fantastic.
They look pretty cool. She's like, Dad, why haven't you got your sunglasses on? I was like, wow. At this point, we're at Animates. The wife had gone in to get some dog food for old Tinker.
Yeah.
Old Tinker there.
Is that sort of geriatric kind of dog food?
No, it's
soft
frozen.
foods?
No, it's frozen. Yeah, she hates it. It's pretty funny. And so anyway, what she said, why aren't you wearing sunglasses, Dad? And I said, well, actually, I left them at a shop. And they've been stolen. She's like, somebody took them from there. I was like, yeah, somebody took them. I said, that's not good, is it? She said, no, it's not good. You need to buy some more. And I said,
That's
yeah,
good. That's
well,
good.
I do, but I don't really want to spend more money on sunglasses when I feel like those sunglasses should be there still,
Right.
And it's just like, it's quite a large outlay of money to get new sunglasses all the time, and if I can avoid it, I'd like to.
Can I just ask, clarify?
Yeah, go on.
Do you go flash sunglasses?
I don't think these ones were.
Right.
I think because I always lose them,
Yes.
I've started picking that back. And now what happens is when I don't spend much money, I'll have those sunglasses for years.
Yes.
If I spend money, they're gone in 2 days.
Yeah, I hear.
So I said this to my daughter. I said, I don't want to spend the money on it because it's quite a big outlay of money to be doing all the time. And she said, I said, we haven't got infinite money. I'm trying to explain to her the concept of money, that it's not infinite. You don't just pay money and it never goes down. It depletes. I don't use the word deplete.
Well, did you
Keyzie.
use outlay of money as well?
I use big words because she's a real brain.
Oh, yeah, she's well ahead of her time, for sure.
She is. And she said, oh, Dad, this is true. She said, Dad, we've got heaps of money.
Oh.
We've got heaps of money. I said, oh, is that right? And she said, yeah, I've got a piggy bank, I've got a money box, and I've got a horse that's full of money as well. And she said, you can have that to buy your
that's nice.
sunglasses.
Oh, very nice.
And the look on her face was so sweet. You're just like, oh my God, this is why you have kids. This is unbelievable.
Right.
She didn't know I'd already rated her money boxes to buy darts.
Right, yeah.
What,
But I
ciggies?
just thought, ciggies, but I just thought the
gesture?
it was a kind
very
gesture
nice.
for somebody that hasn't, got any money as such.
Sorry, so you've rated all of her little savings things there and bought darts with the...
What you do is you put nuts and washers in that there, and then it still goes jangle,
Jangle, yeah, screws,
And look, she doesn't know, she doesn't know a $2 coin from a
washer.
There.
We used to get a lot of foreign currency. People used to bring coins
I
out
don't
of
know
our
if you can
place.
call it foreign.
Well, you know what I mean, from different places and just give them that. And
Overseas.
it made no difference to them. You know what I mean,
No,
Muggy?
that's right.
These are the things you learn, Keyzie, when you have kids.
Right, so you learn how to steal from your kids.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I set up funds for all my girls. All of those are gone.
Really? And do
Yeah.
they know that?
Well, no, because I didn't even know that they existed.
Right, and then what did you spend the money on?
Oh, darts.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, 3:03, the checks there on the countdown this Monday afternoon. Now, it was a massive sporting weekend, so let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah. Sport.
So we started off with that random test match, kind of out of the blue at Twickenham there between the All Blacks and South Africa. And I made the point on Friday, I think it was, Mogi, that I see South Africa as the biggest threats to the All Blacks. But we've gone down the pecking order a little bit now.
Yeah.
Any team that's big and powerful and able to smother the All Blacks, we're in a world of pain. We got a shellacking.
Yeah.
We got an ass whacking. We got a thrashing. And many people are going, well, at least it happened before the World Cup. I'm not so convinced.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a horrendous, terrible game of union.
Yes.
It was garbage viewing. Whistle going every 3 seconds, no rhythm to the game. It was horrendous.
Well, you said on the chat, actually, and I agree with you, the ref got the man of the match on that game.
It's just, I think that union needs to sit back and ask itself what it's trying to do.
Yes.
Because it's meant to be entertainment. It is meant to be there for people to enjoy. And when you've got the rules being adhered to in that kind of way, it's just a complete waste of time. Like, not only are you not going to bring new people to the sport, you're going to lose existing fans.
Yes.
Like, I've pretty much left the sport other than the All Blacks because of games like that, which is just unwatchable.
Turgid.
So I watch the All Blacks and I watch NPC because the refereeing's not as hard out.
Yeah.
But it was just, and like you're going back 20 phases to find on somebody was holding on to someone in a ruck, so it's not a try. And,
Yeah.
And this was both ways. This was All Blacks and Springboks having tries pulled back for the most minor detail.
Yes.
It's like, just give the try and get on with it, for God's sake. But yeah, they're in. I mean, I think it is good that it happened now. The All Blacks will have a chance to warm into it for the rest of the Cup, and we'll see how we go. I love that it's an even World Cup.
Yes,
It'd be
it is
interesting
very
to
much
watch
so.
this Saturday. No, sorry, next Saturday they're taking on France, who massively smashed Australia 41
yeah.
to 17.
Seduced them. Mind
Yeah.
you, Australia's in disarray at the moment. Massive mistake dropping Rennie, as far as I'm concerned. He was doing a good job. Jones is just all over the place. I tell you, the other game that I did watch, Fiji-England. Fiji, man!
Yeah.
So good. England, dire.
Yeah.
Shockingly bad. They've conceded 25 tries in their last 6 matches, all over Rover. And I believe Manu Samoa getting close with Wales.
Very, very close. So, yeah, that's an interesting one. And, of course, actually, was it Ireland? Who did Ireland play? I feel
Google that,
like
would you, Keyzie?
I feel like they had a close one as well. But
Yes, they did.
it's it's looking like a very tight one. It would be-
Ireland played Samoa
Thank
17-13.
you. Ireland played Samoa. So it would be great if there was 6 teams that were all playing brilliant rugby and who's going to win.
Yes.
At the moment, it feels like everyone's playing terribly, or it's variable from week to week.
Yes.
And we're just going to see what happens. So
It's a lottery. Yeah, totally, mate. Which is great because it used to be just 2 or 3 teams, but now it's open.
What?
Open,
How about this?
Slather.
Gut feeling right now, if you had to choose a team that would win the World Cup, who do you think it'd be?
The Blacks.
All Blacks?
Yes. The All
Remember, what do we
Blacks.
tell you about making sure of calling them the All Blacks?
Yeah, no, that's just what I call them.
No. Same here. I think the All Blacks as well.
I,
What?
I'm always going to, like, if it's close, I would just back the All Blacks.
yeah, of course,
100%.
the All Blacks.
yeah,
mate.
obviously. I mean,
Hey,
What?
and up the wires.
Oh, Don't come on board the up the wires train, Jase.
Been
No,
on
you
board,
haven't.
Keyzie.
No,
I've
you haven't.
always been on board that
Look
train,
who's come
big
aboard.
fella.
No, it's not a train, it's a bandwagon.
And I am fully locked and loaded. Bring it home, boys.
Who are they playing this weekend?
Pardon?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Kasabian there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show Monday afternoon. And sadly, that's the end of the countdown for today. But do not despair. Full replay from 7 o'clock onwards. Kicking off again 8:30 tomorrow morning, fellas.
Pretty good.
Just a quick question here on 3483. When are you giving away that vinyl prize?
Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday on the
Yes.
Big Show. When we're getting into the top 10 there, we will be calling the winner of the 90 vinyl.
Hey, you fellas excited it being a Monday?
Yep.
You excited, Mogi?
Every day's exciting to me, man.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm particularly excited because, of course, Taskmaster is on tonight. You know what I mean? And I will not miss that show.
Yes.
Taskmaster.
I don't know if you know about this, Keyzie. What they do is they do tasks. And you try and solve them out. And often it's time related, isn't it? You got to do them as quick as you can. Funny, man. So people are just sort of left to their own devices, and they come up with some pretty funny stuff.
Absolutely.
Are the people
it's
doing
ingenious.
it? Are they quite funny, the people doing it?
Oh, well, Di's there. Di Henwood.
Yeah, Ray O'Leary, Karen O'Leary.
Yeah.
Did I see
Bracewell,
Mel Bracewell?
Mel
Mel
Bracewell,
Bracewell
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Melanie is her birth name.
Right.
Yeah,
And our
Melanie.
very own Jeremy, of course, from The Breakfast Show, hosting the whole thing. He's the Taskmaster himself.
Paul Williams, his little sidekick there, his little baldrick, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a good show, man.
It's a really good show,
hugely
Jase. You
popular
should
right the way
watch
around
it.
the world.
I've literally seen every episode, but this is season 4. It's bloody great. It's probably one of my favourite seasons so far. Favourite season has to be the one Matt Heath did, which I believe was season 2. Loved that one.
Okay.
This one I think's a close second.
And what's your... this is second. What's your third favourite?
Probably last season, actually.
And
season
what's the
3.
worst season
Probably
ever?
season 1. It
Yeah,
wasn't the
right.
worst ever. It just, they were finding their feet, you know what I mean? They were
That can
learning.
happen.
Yeah.
That can happen.
And now they're in a rhythm.
Yeah, for sure.
But the one person we didn't mention is Bubba, who is probably the most out there with
Bubba
her...
Ganoush.
I don't know what her last name is. I don't think it's Ganoush. She plays Tina from Turners, you know?
Yeah.
Bubba.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
very
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
And I think she's one of my favourite in terms of tackling the task, because she's obviously never seen the show before, doesn't really give a crap.
Well, my understanding is, because Karen's obviously on the show, my understanding of Bubba is that not only had she never seen the show, she had no idea who any of the people on it were. Had never seen any of them.
She
Right,
sounds
yeah.
like my kind of person, actually.
Which I think is
Well,
brilliant.
yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't
yeah,
care
it's
for
totally
celebrity.
different.
Yeah, totally, Jase.
Hey, but there's also a bit of a bonus attached to the Taskmaster, isn't there,
You
Keyzie?
joke. Yes, tonight, 7:30, the episode will be on, and tomorrow night as well. They're doing Mondays and Tuesdays at the moment. It's on TVNZ2, 7:30pm. Keep an eye out, because there will be a code word. Remember that code word, then tomorrow morning call Matt and Jerry on 0800 Hodaki when they tell you to, and you can win $500.
So good, man.
Yeah, so good.
Hey, listen, I just realised something, by the way.
Oh, go on.
When we did What Are the Warriors Up To with
Oh, yeah.
Keyzie,
It was
we
so
didn't
good.
do Yummy Boy of the Week.
Oh, should we just save that for Friday?
No.
Oh,
No,
right.
yeah, who was the yummy boy?
Keyzie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Look, I've done them before, but
Beg your pardon?
Hey, oh,
Cool, easy on.
Keys.
Sorry.
Was that when you went down to Christchurch
Jase,
that time in the spa pool?
that is such an old callback. That's like 6 months old. I've had him before as a yummy boy.
Hey, oh.
Oh, come on now. You've had him before as a yummy boy.
I've selected him as my yummy boy of the week in prior
Well, you'd have
segments.
to after you had him.
Well, listen, Mogi, I don't know about you.
I haven't even said who it is
I'm
yet.
not happy to have a repeat yummy boy. I'd like a new yummy boy every week.
Oh, God, Jase, jeez. Got quite the appetite on you, don't you?
Well, you know me, Mogi. I mean, Keyzie.
Do you know me?
You know me. A hell of an appetite
So
on
just-
you.
You spit it out, Keyzie, and we can have an argument about whether it needs to be a fresh one.
I think, based on the fact that he's given his all season, Tohu Harris played the full 80.
Oh, yeah.
He's now injured, resting this coming week. I think he's my yummy boy.
Yeah, his head fell off, Jase. You hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
He's got a good head of hair on him, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. It fell off after the press conference.
Well, the
they
hair or
gotta-
the head?
No, the whole head. So they got to sort that
yeah.
out. It's no good, man.
Oh, how long do they take to recover from when your head falls off?
It varies greatly. It could be a couple of days. You know, I've seen people recover in a couple of days, but
Sure.
other times it could be the season.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
grade 1 head falling off.
Grade 1 head falling
Which is
off.
the best
yeah.
case scenario.
Okay, good.
Right. So you'd rather your
Hopefully he'll
head,
be back for the second week of the finals.
your head fell off than a hammy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
yeah,
Hammy's
yeah.
a nightmare.
Hammy's
Yeah.
the worst. Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Big there to finish off the hour. Hey, sad news, fellas. Old Bill Murray, eh? And Kelis. breaking up.
Oh, they broke. Oh, were they dating?
So Kelis, yeah. What's that tune, Keyzie? Have you got her tune?
Kelis.
She's got a few, and she was a cracker, man, early 2000s.
It's better than yours, damn right. It's better than yours. I can see you.
Do you know the song, Jase?
It's going to be my throbber on Friday.
Your Friday throbber.
My Friday throbber. Throb.
Yeah,
Right.
so I was flicking through whatever I was flicking through yesterday, and I saw that they'd broken up.
Yes.
Of course, and I did look. I'm not an ageist.
Yes.
I'm just merely mentioning the facts. All right? And age is just a number to me, Keyzie. Always has been.
Especially when it comes to love.
Totally.
And Kelis is 44 years of age.
2 years older than Jase.
That's right, 2 years older than Jase. And Bill Murray is a youthful 72.
Yeah.
72.
28.
So it's 28 years there, bit of summer loving they've been having.
Why not?
Yeah, and I wonder why they've broken up. Because it can't be the physical attraction. I mean, that's still got to be there. That fire that was there 2 months ago, that must still be there.
Yeah.
He'd certainly still have a voracious appetite.
Oh,
For
sure,
her milkshakes, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves his milkshake.
I might actually give her a call, see how she's going.
Who?
Kelis.
Oh, Kelis.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Do you know her?
I could probably call Bill as well. In actual fact, I will call him. See
You're
how
going
he's
to call both
doing.
Kelis and
And
Bill
say,
Murray.
is it all good if I...
Yeah, I'll just have a quick word with Kelis and just, because I was always very good at being the shoulder to cry on. You know what I mean? So if she needs someone to just be there for her,
Right.
Hoity Jay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I'm prepared to offer my services there, Keyzie.
I didn't know you knew her because I was under the impression that was the first time you've heard anything she's ever done or even heard of her name before.
Keyzie,
What?
I made her.
You're
Oh.
her dad?
Pardon?
Huh?
What do you mean?
No, I made
you
her
launched her
career.
career.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the topic.
Yes.
What do you reckon drove them apart?
I just don't know, Mogi.
I know.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Keyzie?
I think they were together for a while and every day just felt like Groundhog Day.
I'll give you that one, Keyzie.
Yeah, that's good. Yes. That's good, Keyzie. Well done, mate.
Boom, yeah.
Hey, now listen, coming up after 6 o'clock, of course, the results of the Big Show Big Poll.
Yeah.
Also, you do not want to miss this if you've never heard it before. What's on the TV with Mike Minogue? So good. All that after 6.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The exponents here on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. But right now it's time for the Big Poll. And the big poll today, uploading shirtless pics of yourself, yes or no?
Yeah. Now, the poll is up at the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. Have a vote there, New Zealand. You'll see a lovely photo of definitely Jase, his real head on his real body.
It is definitely me, man.
Do you wear like a small, thin silver necklace?
When I'm at the gym, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
part of
nice.
my gym attire.
Fair enough.
And sweatbands and stuff too, normally.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm doing some serious weights in there, Keyzie.
Shit, yeah. What's your guys' vibe?
80-20.
Yes, against. I'd go with that as well.
Would
Because, I mean, my feeling
hang
is
on.
most people aren't fans of it.
But hang on.
You know what I mean?
So 80-20 against. I think, Jase, maybe you should change your answer just so that you're not just copying Mike because he locked in 80-20 first.
Yeah, you have to do a different one.
Okay. 81-19.
Spot on, Jase. Well done,
Is
mate.
it seriously 81-19?
Yes.
My God.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. 81% of New Zealand doesn't care if you're ripped or not. Put your shirt back on, basically.
Yeah.
Or the odd one at the beach or whatever's fine. Totally fine.
But I think it goes along with the sort of Kiwi mentality. We don't like showy, offy bastards, you know what I mean? I mean, I've got a body on me, but I'm not going to go out there and flash it all over the place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people can,
You got a body, it's just falling apart.
Hey, mate.
I mean, I'm ripped to shreds. You've
I know.
never seen me shirtless.
Well, yeah, but you've got weird raisin nipples.
I know.
Yeah, but they are raisins sitting on top of massive meat patties.
No,
Yeah, that's
Jase,
true.
actually, you've got patty nips. I've seen your nipples.
I do not have
I've got
patty
little
nips.
tiny raisins.
My
Yeah.
nips are the most normal thing about me, Keyzie.
Doubt it, whatever. But
Yeah.
they're massive and veiny and weird.
Do you want to have a gaze at them?
Yeah.
There goes one.
Oh!
Little
What's going
pink
on
bastard.
there?
A little
there.
pink. It's a cute little pinky.
Cute little nip.
Can
that
I-
one's got a few hairs on it.
Can
Yeah,
I
no, not
just
as many
paint a
as
picture?
mine.
Paint a picture with
Have you got
words
heaps of
here?
hairy nips?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
You sexy bastard.
It was a saucer-like thing with Surrounded by...
Well, the video will say differently.
Surrounded by a Venetian blind of skin tags.
I wouldn't say saucer, I'd go dinner plate.
Oh, yeah, dinner plate. Yeah, that'd be more accurate.
Jase, show me yours.
I'm not going to show you my nips, Keyzie.
Nah, not your nips.
Well, what do you want to see?
Just anything.
Zip.
So realistic. Have you say New Zealand? The big poll is up at the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. By the way, 100% of New Zealanders think that What's on Telly with Mike Minogue is the best segment on radio.
Yeah,
right.
totally, and that's coming up very shortly. Just on the other day, we did Skatey
belts, yes or no?
It turned around in my favour in the end,
Actually,
Mogi.
56% of New Zealand in the end said yes, wear skatey belts. They're cool now.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I'm always ahead of my time fashion-wise, Keyzie.
Yeah, I mean, 95 still say weird hoodies no, though. So,
good stuff.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Faith no more there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show. But right now it's time for... What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah.
Blade Runner 2049.
Cool, man.
Jeez, it's a good one, man.
It's sexy, that film, I reckon.
It's an amazing film.
Did you watch
Incredible.
it?
Huh?
Did you watch it?
Nah, Keyzie. Just like saying the name.
Oh, yeah.
Every frame is like a bit of art, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. I couldn't remember anything about it, though, weirdly. Nothing. I could remember nothing about it except for some of the shots.
Were you steamed?
And then things had vaguely come back to me.
Oh, right.
But I couldn't... Can you remember what the storyline is?
Yeah, vaguely.
Right, go on.
But it was very...
What can you remember?
Oh, well, I just wanted to go back to what you were saying
Yeah.
about it. Visually stunning.
Unreal. And it didn't get any Academy Awards, just because it didn't get much of a box office. But it was brilliant. It's better than the first Blade Runner.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What can you remember about the storyline?
Just that it was visually stunning.
Yeah, that's right. But that's weird, because normally I can always remember what a film's about.
Yeah.
I could remember, it was really weird. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's right, maybe, blah, blah. Anyway, bloody good, recommend watching it. It's not a, she's not an action-packed number by any means, but it is just an incredible film. It's by old mate Denis Villeneuve, who made the Dune movies and the Sicario movies.
Incidentally,
Who plays the lead?
Movie. It's Ryan
It's
Gosling.
Gosling,
It's Ryan Gosling, Ana de Armas. She's a robot. They have a bit of robot shagging in that one. Keyzie,
and
like
Harrison Ford, if I recall.
Eventually turns up.
Yes.
Edward James Olmos, Dave Bautista, Robin Wright Penn. That's about it.
Because old mate's from the original Blade Runner, right?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's interesting because Ryan rang me up about it because he was unsure about the role.
Right.
And he was like, what do you reckon, Jason? I went, look, I reckon it's going to be visually stunning.
Sure.
So, Ryan, big fella,
Yeah.
go fill your boots.
Yeah.
I think you're just the man for the job.
Good
and
on ya.
rang me back after it came out, was like, yeah.
You were wrong because it was a box office bomb.
Kia kaha, Jay. Well, they paid him.
Wait, so
he didn't
Ryan
really care.
Gosling said Kia kaha.
Yeah, he
even
did.
though he's American.
I taught him that when I was working
You
with
taught him that?
on Young Hercules.
Right.
Keyzie. For me, it was sport, and more sport.
Cool.
And some erotic thrillers, which I can't remember the name of.
Are you only watching pornos now?
Sport, and more sport.
Yeah.
And some erotic thrillers.
Right, okay.
I did actually end up watching a film. It was something like Sid and Nancy, but it wasn't Sid and Nancy.
Sure.
But it was
a film.
It was about a young couple that sort of meet in a nightclub, and basically it was soft porn.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
just get into really weird, kinky sex, and my
Right.
wife and I sit there going, geez, what are they what's that about?
What's going on here?
Gosh, we... but yeah, that's me. Keyzie?
Started watching, because I had about a week and a half off, watching Catastrophe again on TVNZ Plus. British comedy, very good show. Season 2 very stressful though. They've got 2 kids now. The people that had a fling together, they've now got 2 kids, and it's just going through a lot of the issues that can crop up when you have a young family.
I might watch that.
Yeah.
Did you get that far, did you?
It's very
No.
stressful. Like, it's
No.
quite stressful, some
Great.
of it, yeah.
Great.
But very funny and a great watch. I'd recommend it.
It was one of those peculiar ones where I kind of enjoyed it, but then kind of lost contact with it, if you know what I mean.
I
You
can
know,
see
so-
how that would happen.
You know, sometimes you watch something and you go,
Yeah.
oh, that was good, and then a month later you go, oh, we never got back to that one.
Yeah.
It was one of those. But anyway, fill your boots. In the meantime, let's have a bit of Aerosmith, shall we? Yeah, boy!
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Jimmy, you world there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Hey, Keyzie.
Yeah?
What's this shake and bake thing?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just looking
Have you
on
ever heard of that before? Shake and
Yeah.
Well,
bake?
yeah, I've heard of shake and bake, but I'm just looking on my computer here and it's just popped up shake and bake. And I was like, oh, I might get some of that. But then it wasn't the shake and bake I was thinking of.
Right. So you thought it was a thing where you put chicken in it and then
Yeah,
shake it.
Have
and
you
then
ever,
bake.
have you ever done that before, incidentally?
Once.
Right. Yeah, it didn't seem like... I mean, it rhymes, and I appreciate that, but it didn't ever seem like...
It's really yummy.
Yeah,
Sort of
yeah.
to catch on.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
good?
It's called Coat and Cook is another one.
Oh,
Really nice
yeah.
on chicken.
Right.
But Shake and Bake is a brand new musical event happening in Wellington.
Wow.
Oh, great stuff.
Who's playing, Keyzie?
Oh,
Just name me 5 bands.
fine. Off the top of my head, Sublime with Rome.
Oh, you're
Sublime.
joking.
Sublime with Rome. It's a different lead singer, Jase. The other guy, he died of a heroin addiction before they got famous. Unfortunately.
Right.
That's his name is Bud. And then straight after he died, they released their big hit. And his father found it really hard driving around all summer having to listen to his dead son's song. So,
Oh, so
yeah,
it was. So he did actually contribute to that song.
all of their songs. They were all
Right.
recorded, just hadn't been made famous
Oh.
yet. Anyway, that's a bit of a depressing side
Yeah, a
track
bit of a-
there, Keyzie.
bit
Just
of-
try and
Oh,
keep it
sorry
to
about
old
that,
shake
fellas.
and
Down
bake.
the dark alley there, Mogi.
Speaking of Dark Alleys, Ocean Alley will be playing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's all about confidence, babe. You know that song?
it doesn't sound like my sort of thing, really.
Oh, yeah, true. There's no clarinet in it. Drax Project,
Oh, yeah.
Koteri, My Baby. Koteri, is that how you said?
I think it's
Koteri?
Koteri, yeah.
Koteri. Yeah, sweet. Coat and Cook. Koteri. Haha. But they are going to be playing Brewtown in Welly, which is in Upper Hutt, I believe, Wednesday the 3rd of January. So it's like you've had your New Year's, head to Wellington, have a second
Sorry,
New
what was
Year's a
that
few
date
days
again?
later, 3rd of Jan.
3rd of Jan.
2024. Tickets are on sale Thursday, the 7th of September. Ticketmaster.co.nz. Get involved. It's presented by Hodaki, so it's a big deal.
That's a
great
good lineup.
stuff. And do you know Brewtown, Mogi?
Well, I know of it, but I've never been out
Never
there. It's
been
out
there,
in the
okay.
Hut. It's out in Upper Hutt there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's
but
awesome.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Inside an old tyre factory or something, and they've cleared it all out and set up all sorts of stuff, all sorts of shenanigans.
Go-karts from a
Go-karts, yeah.
axe throwing.
Well, let's hope this event gets
Kickboxing.
some traction.
If anybody sort of looks at you the wrong way, you can challenge them to a kickboxing fight. They've got a ring there.
Great.
So good. Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake!
Jace, you going to do it?
Shake and bake.
Nah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Ah, bugger.
Yeah, I know,
End of
man.
the show. Damn it. I was into it, man.
We could keep going.
I suppose we could, but old Prebz does such a great
Yeah.
job on the night
Oh,
show
yeah.
there, Keyzie. We
And
don't
he's
want to
doing it
we
out.
don't want to get on his territory, you know what I mean?
And he's replaying the countdown from today as well.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
totally. We don't want to muck around with that. Hey,
Yeah.
Mogi, what's the plan tonight, mate? Monday night for Mogi and Mogi household?
Yeah, a bit more work, man. A bit more food and going to bed.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, it's
good,
gonna
man.
be good.
Sounds good.
That's fun.
Keyzie.
Tonight, nothing. Straight home, have dinner, probably watch something with the wife there. She'll go to bed. I'll stay up, play PlayStation.
Oh, that's fun.
Maybe
Yep.
you should skip dinner.
Why is that?
Well, because
What?
you said you gorged yourself when you came into work today.
At
so
lunch? Yeah, that's
Gorge
hours
yourself.
ago, man.
And
I'm
you-
starving.
And you felt like you disgusted yourself, was your
That's not what I said.
phrase.
I said I was quite full and lethargic.
and
No, you said you're disgusted.
Did I?
Yeah.
And that you were a piece of...
Did I?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe skip it.
Oh, yeah?
Or just have a light salad or something like that.
That's a good
Keyzie.
idea. What are you having?
We don't want you blowing out. We're having homemade burgers tonight, I believe.
Yum.
Chicken
Yeah.
or beef?
Beef.
Ugh,
Yeah.
lame.
So I'll get stuck into that, write a bit of poetry, watch some erotic thriller and go to bed and have a little nana-nap. Till tomorrow, you take care out there. Check out the podcast. Also check out the Instagram account. We'll see you later.